welcome back, everybody, to the Heart and Home podcast. I'm Gloria, and of course, we have the one and only.
It's me again,
Yay!
Taufik.
Taufik!
Sometimes when this happens, when you ask me, is when you say like, oh, you introduce yourself, and then you want to introduce me, then I have to introduce myself. Then I feel like, wow, I have to introduce myself again. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I need to remember. I need to remember.
What? Remember your name?
Yeah.
Ay. Taufik, so you sent me something very
Yes,
interesting
I sent
to
you
read.
something very. Of course. I mean, I can send you memes.
Oh,
But I also send you this very interesting article by
help lah.
by it was a published study, was also published on Straits Times,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually done by Professor Michelle. It was a
Yeah.
collaboration between NUS, I think A-Star, and also
KKH. Yes. Shout out to Dr. Susan. I got another friend with an ICU nurse there as well. Yeah. Shout out to her too. Dang. Yeah. So, Taufik, can you tell us a bit about what this article is? What
So
does it say?
basically, the title of the article, let me pull it up. Okay, the
Okay.
title of that article is this: "Is distinct roles of positive and negative maternal mental health in parenting styles and child development." So basically, it talks about a few things. One, it talks about mental health of moms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then it also talks about parenting styles of moms.
Mm.
So as we know, I also spoken about it quite in our previous sessions.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We talk about parenting styles, which is authoritative, authoritarian, and at the same time permissive. And one of the things about this study is that to just to like really summarize a 16-page article, 16-page article into a one paragraph. One of the things that they found out was parents who are authoritarian, meaning that there's, in terms of their parenting, there's warmth, there's structure, there's ground rules, there's boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
and there's also fair consequences, right?
Yep.
Okay, coupled with positive mental coupled with good well-being and good mental well-being has better outcomes for their children in terms of languages, academics,
Yep.
and behaviors.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess this is where we go into the article itself,
Yeah.
you know. So a lot of the times we're like, how do we raise better children? Or like that with my friends as well. How do they raise better children? But like, what if it actually starts from like the mother, what like the root of it all? It's like the plant, you know, how beautiful the plant is, but deep down it goes via the root. So what if it tracks back to the mother? What if it tracks back to how the mother feels as well?
Not just feel. What's the mother's state of mind, and also well-being at that point of time. So I also just want to reframe things a little bit in terms of when we talk about parenting. We've been always taught to focus on fixing our children.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Parents always come say, "Hey, Taufik, this is my child, please fix her."
Yeah.
Or please fix him. Then I always tell them
Yeah.
like, yeah. And then we send our children for tuition.
Yeah.
Right? Is to actually to boost their grades.
Yeah.
And then they send their children, oh, there's a mental breakdown. I'm going to send them to see a counselor to manage and regulate their own emotions. Those are great. But what if I also told you that this research has something a little bit more foundational?
Okay.
Foundational meaning that the starting point of every child development is not the child.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It is
Okay. It is the emotional world of the parents, especially in the mom's early years.
Sorry, when you talk about early years, do you mean when the mom is preggers and
No, preggers. I mean, there's some not from this study, right?
Oh, okay.
So there are some studies that shows you, like, you know, when you're pregnant, you're exposed to like certain things, it will affect the child.
Yeah.
When you're in different environments, affect the child. Those are great.
You eat a lot of kangkong, your child will like kangkong. It's true leh. It's a real thing, you know. For me. for my mom and me. Okay, back to the study.
Well, we do kind of need this because it's, I don't know, um when you read, when I you know, when people read a research paper, right,
Mm,
a lot of them like, wow, this is boring.
yeah.
And like when I read this paper, I was so excited, you know.
Oh yeah.
I was so excited. I was like, wow, this confirms what we already know, but then it's concretized, right?
What was it about this study that like excited you the most?
It 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 tells us that parenting is not just it's often treated as a skill set problem. So like, I don't have these skills, I don't have these techniques, I don't know what the strategies to manage my child.
Right.
But in fact, what it is actually a state problem. The parent's internal state.
Okay.
Okay. Now this determines how parents respond. I'm just like, looking at myself from a third angle perspective, right? And I feel very excited. I can tell I can tell that as I'm sharing this, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
And how they interpret behavior, misbehavior, good behavior, and also how consistent they are in terms of discipline, giving consequences, following boundaries, setting structure. Yeah.
Tell me more. I want to know more.
So right, one of the things is that we also need to make sure that we do is that before we teach parents what to do, we need to look at moms and dads, how they are at that moment.
Okay. So when you say the parents, like how they are at that moment, what do you mean specifically? Like their emotional state?
Their emotional state, their mental state at that moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Does this? Oh, yes, it does. Do you then mean like, are the parents both regulated and being well, and like working well together? Then the child will
That's a yes, but I also want to add on another layer.
Okay.
Right? What is the bandwidth of that parent at that moment? I give you the best one more example, right? Now, if let's say I'm tired on the way back, on my way back from the drive, there was an accident. I'm thirsty, tired, hungry, hangry, dirty, and sticky. And I know I'm not in great, and I had a bad day at work. Am I in the best of mental state at that point of time?
No, you're like most probably like overwhelmed.
And imagine if, let's say, I come back and I get a call from my child's teacher. Right? How do you think I'm going to respond?
Oh, you most probably like, okay, what I imagine would happen, one of those scenarios would be like, you get a call from the your child's teacher.
And it's not one of those, oh,
your child doing so well. No, it's one of those like, hello, Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
I am so and so's teacher.
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know that your child was caught bullying another child.
Yeah.
Whoa!
And then the response from the dad would be different.
Yeah.
Would probably be like, who? When? Who? What else happened?
Yeah.
Who else know about this?
Yeah.
So, and in that tone. But from the study, right, what Michelle and the colleagues found out was that when a mother feels emotionally she's well regulated, she's calm, she feels supported, mentally resourced meaning have that bandwidth, how she interacts with the child at that moment is different. So now given the example that I just gave you, come back and like really stressed from work, how do you think my interaction will be like with the child?
Or it won't be the nicest. It won't be the most regulated. You most probably like, I don't know, project onto the child as well.
Probably.
There's a possibility.
And chances are there's a very high chance of that happening. Because we're not regulated, we are not calm, and we also spoke about tone, timing, temperature.
Yeah.
Tone wrong, timing wrong, temperature will be escalated.
Yeah.
So an interesting thing that Michelle and the colleagues also found out was this, is that um, this interaction, right? This interaction when you're supported, regulated, and you have that mental bandwidth. This interaction shapes how your child thinks, speaks, solves problems, and regulates their emotions. Because children don't just learn from instruction.
Yeah,
They learn from observation. Because as parents, I always tell this with the parents that I work with, we are the best role models and we are also the worst role model.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct? So they learn from our tone of voice. They also learn from our emotional availability, how we respond to them in that tone, whether we are consistent. And this directly impacts their language development, their problem solving, their conflict management, and also their attention span.
Right. I can actually see that happening where yeah, I can definitely see like a child being brought up in a really holistic like or like environment, and the child being really regulated when they grow up as
I
well.
want to layer that also. You mentioned holistic, right?
Yeah.
I want to layer that with safe, predictable, consistent. So, and calm.
Yeah.
So one of the things that they also found out was that a calm parent creates a thinking child, and then a stressed parent often creates a reactive child. Let that sink in for a while.
Yeah, it is sinking in. I need a moment to like. I'm not trying to visualize it.
I repeat myself again. A calm parent creates a thinking child with better cognitive abilities and better cognitive growth and development. A stressed parent often creates a child that is reactive, has needs help in terms of their emotional regulation.
You're right. I can really see that happening.
And just to add on to that, right, cognitive development is not just dependent on enrichment classes like piano, tuition, what are the activities that they go for, swimming, but it's also about relational experiences with their own mom and dad.
That's very, very interesting. Taufik, I want to ask you a little bit more about the study. There was one thing that was quite interesting. It said that a mother who is being not depressed doesn't mean that a mother is actually well.
Yeah.
Do you agree? And so like why is
Okay. A mother that is not depressed
yeah,
doesn't mean that
she's actually well?
doesn't mean she's not well.
Yeah,
Or
I interpret it as like you're not depressed,
so
but it
therefore
doesn't
you're
mean that
okay.
yeah, therefore you're okay. You're not
Okay.
thriving, but you're
Yeah.
like
You're okay. You're getting
yeah,
by.
okay, yeah.
The trouble about mental health is this: whether you are diagnosed with clinical depression, or whether you have whether you're diagnosed with clinical depression, or whether you are showing signs of depressive signs and symptoms, right? Of course, the best way to actually do it is to actually go see a psychiatrist to get yourself diagnosed. If you feel that you're struggling and it's more than 2 weeks. However, there are some characteristics which we call it a functioning depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it correct me if I'm wrong. Is
Yeah.
the one where you like
So this one goes undiagnosed.
Yeah.
But they just get through life like a checklist.
right.
Everything they do is like a checklist.
Right.
I prepare breakfast. I send the child to get ready my child to school. Send them to school. Come back, do my things, do marketing, do groceries, or even like that. Or if let's say if you're a stay home mom, right? Or let's say you're working, or I send to school, I send to kindergarten, send to childcare. Then I go to work. After go to work, I just go through the processes. I just checklist done,
Yeah.
done. And then I go home. I take the train, and then I take the train, pick up my child from student care, then pick up student care, go for dinner, go for. So that becomes
That's
like a
just
routine.
it's a routine. It's robotic. It's rapid. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
As I was sharing that routine, was there any part that shows that mom or dad is driving?
I don't know, that routine sounds like it's almost like a bore, a chore. I mean, then again, it could be interpreted as like the mom goes to work very happily. The mom sends the kid very happily. But
Probably.
if it's a routine as such, I'll tell you what I thought was like missing from that. The mom's time alone, or like dad's time alone for themselves, or like that self-care moment.
When is the self-care moment?
Yeah, none.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
It is from
Yeah.
A to B. It is almost like a transition, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we often, and mental health is not like black and white.
Right.
Right? Because mental health is part of health. And when you're healthy, it's not talking just about physical health. We're talking about spiritual health. We're talking about we're talking about health in general. We're talking about mental health, spiritual health, physical health, and emotional health at the same time, psychological health. So health in general is not just how you feel, or like how I am at the moment. Like physically, I'm not sick, or I don't have the flu.
Yeah.
So we kind of think that it's like either a 1 or 0.
Yeah.
But it's not. It is actually very complex, and there's also many layers.
Yeah. I have a question though. And I feel like this question might be like a duh glow, but I feel like it's important for some people out there who might need it. How do they know?
How do they know when they're in this almost like a rut, like a routine?
Yeah. For the listeners out there.
I think I just want to make this statement, okay?
Okay.
That parenting doesn't just require the absence of struggle or routines, or like the presence of routine. It requires the presence of capacity. It requires the presence of how I am and my ability at that moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Meaning this, if I don't have the capacity and I'm loaded like with like all this like checklist to do every day.
Yeah.
I can't be there for my child. I can't be present. I can be present, but getting stuck in that routine, checklist, is not being present. That is ticking off the box in the checklist.
So one of the signs is that if you're just ticking off the checklist and not feeling anything, that's one of the signs that you are not necessarily thriving.
Yeah. So some of the signs that I want you to like be if you're your mom, like, or even your dad, because this study is about moms, right?
Yeah.
Just a few things that I want you to look for, or like to identify. And the worst thing is this,
Yeah.
is that when we are stuck in this, what happens is that we tend to have blinders on and we cannot see our blind spots.
Yeah.
So, for example, like if you find yourself getting irritable over small things, the smallest of things annoy you. Say, for example, the cup on the table that is not moved to the sink.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. And then sometimes it doesn't, because I always go by stages.
Yep.
First one is called instruction. First level instruction. Second level is called, want to guess? Go. You
Screaming.
got this. No, wow, that escalated already. Okay, so first level is instruction.
Yeah.
Second level is reminder.
Right.
Third reminder is nagging. Okay, then after nagging becomes
full on like meltdown.
shouting.
Ooh, Okay. We don't
Okay,
do
then we
that.
go to screaming. And then after screaming is full on meltdown. Just
Yeah.
overcome.
Yeah.
So if you find yourself getting like straight away you jump from instruction all the way and you skip nagging,
Yeah.
then you find yourself screaming and shouting over the
Yeah.
small of things that irritate you.
Yeah.
That's one sign.
So it
Okay.
looks something like, can you move the cup? Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 0 to 100.
Yes.
Well,
Or
okay.
on the opposite, or on the like all the way on the other end is
Yeah.
numbness, where you see to me, right?
Yeah.
That numbness, right?
Yeah.
I feel that when I'm working with parents, right?
Yeah.
When they are like escalated like that, I find it's easier for me.
Okay. It's
Uh,
when they're numb. That's
is
when you.
when they're numb, they're showing signs of indifference or I don't care anymore.
Oh.
Those,
Yeah.
that's the one that I'm more concerned about.
Indifference.
Yeah, indifference. Do you also know that indifference is the number one cause of breakdown in all relationships?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Yeah. And at the
Yeah.
same time, also feeling tired all the time, constantly feeling like tired. And sometimes I do this, right? I do this with my colleagues sometimes. Like when they ask me, Taufik, how are you? Just tired. And then they'll be like, what do I do? Because they're all trained in terms of
Yeah.
I don't do it purposely, but sometimes I really am tired.
Yeah.
Okay, because before work I go to the gym and lunch I go to the gym and I do get tired.
Yeah.
Right? Irritability is also linked with loss of patience. That means like you're just not patient. And sometimes your response may sound like this. Mommy, can you help me do my homework? This one also cannot do.
Ooh, wow, yeah. Wow. I've seen that before.
Yeah. So is it you cannot do, is it? So that loss of patience. Another response on the how does a mom who's actually well supported, who's emotionally regulated, response is, okay, show me. Show me, come, we do it together.
Yeah.
Or give me 20 minutes, I finish my work. Let's try together. You see the difference between that tone,
Yep.
that tone that's going on, and and between those two scenarios, those are so different.
Yeah.
Right? And just going through routines without any form of connection.
Yeah. Do you feel like maybe sometimes it's harder for, I feel like mothers, for me, I feel like mothers have this sense of guilt as well. And they don't want to say that they're tired.
No, a lot of mothers tell me I'm tired.
They do?
They do, because maybe.
Sorry, I mean like they
or maybe I ask the right questions, I don't know.
But then I would. I feel
Right?
like I get this sense of guilt when parents or mothers tell me that they're tired.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Our society, especially in our Singaporean context, our society is very performative. And our society rewards when you are functioning,
Right.
when you are productive,
Right.
when you are holding it together. But that's just the surface. That's just the surface layer. But as you go down to the as we like you peel an onion, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard a parent like within a setting in terms of like parents you work with in a gathering? Have you heard them say, I feel overwhelmed? Never.
Yeah. Never in a setting.
Never.
It's when they're alone, then they like, I ask them like, how are you?
And there's sometimes the response is, I'm tired, Gloria. I'm tired and I'm not okay. But that's also very dependent on the person that they're having the conversation with.
Right.
Right? And very seldom in a social setting, whether it's a parent support group meeting or whether it's like a parents training where it's a workshop, very seldom or almost never they will say that I'm just overwhelmed. If you hear the growling at the back, that was
Just
thunder.
thunder.
Yeah.
Because the thunder knows, man. Sky knows.
And it's not because we have a parenting crisis.
Mm.
It's actually we have an unspoken emotional support crisis situation.
Can you tell me more about that? Oh, does this okay? For me, when you said that, it kind of made me link it back to, we are in a we're in a society that rewards functionality,
Yeah.
that prides on you being.
As a country, if you're producing, if you're meeting your KPIs, if you're I hate that word.
Yeah.
I really hate that term, key performance indicators.
Yeah.
I really hate it because I feel that you're just a number, and worse if let's say you're doing sales.
You're just a statistic.
How much money you bring in,
Yeah.
how many clients you have seen, how many clients you have closed.
Yeah.
What happens if you're going through something at home with your family? If you are the primary caregiver, you have to take on so much load.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you still have to take care of your own parents, and then your children. Sometimes some moms take care of their husband.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's in it for them?
Yeah, there's almost like no room for empathy because you're just a number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't care too much about your family and the
No.
well-being of that. They just
No.
want you to bring in the
You're a number.
Mm.
So which brings to the question, right? What is the one practical translation for parents, or what's the one thing that you can do? Now, if I would say this, okay, I would say this. If you're a parent and you're listening right now, what's the one shift that you would do differently or you would take starting today? Because we spoke a lot of like feeling overwhelmed,
Mm-hmm.
feeling tired, that sometimes whatever you do, you don't matter. What does taking care of yourself actually look like? Now, when I say take care of yourself, right? I know this for a fact, okay? A lot of moms will say, go for a spa. I just I just put my child with my husband and they do whatever they have to do, and then I go for a 6-hour spa. Would it work? Yes, it will.
But it's just temporary.
It will work for 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, but maybe on the 7, 8 time, you might lose that. Oh, I'm going for a spa. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just going lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you said just now earlier as well, it's really about the root of it all as opposed to, and if you do something superficial like that, it doesn't really get to the root itself.
And you know something else superficial?
What?
Retail therapy.
Oh no, I love it though. Oh no, I love it though.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm saying that there is more to just self-care than going for a spa day or retail therapy. There's more than that. It includes 1, emotional regulation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Finding out your support system and slowing down.
What does it look like for all? What does emotional regulation look like for the listeners out there? Especially for the
Catch
people.
yourself.
Yeah. So for the people who just listened to us, one of the for emotional regulation, it'll be like catch yourself.
Catch yourself.
So
this is the hardest to do.
So it's like when emotions are running the highest and you want to lash out, you want to say something, you're not doing the instruction anymore, you're not nagging anymore. You're
straight away
I'm going to
screaming and shouting.
I'm going to scream, right?
Yeah.
So you have to catch yourself there.
Catch yourself there. Or like there was one mom that I worked with. This also I put in caveat, that she only managed to do this after 6 sessions with me. right? She caught herself. She picked up a hanger wanting to whack her child.
Yeah.
The moment she picked it up, she caught herself there.
Mm.
She threw away the hanger and ran to her room and went to the room.
Mm.
That's very hard to do.
Mm, 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 mm.
But it takes a certain degree of self-awareness or training to do it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And also notice your triggers. Or sometimes it's very hard to notice your triggers. Sometimes you would need your partner to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember the story that I shared with you, this mom and dad, when mom was like when she was about to lose it, her hands on the hips.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's the triggers. And then if your husband comes in and just like tells you like, I'll settle this.
Right.
That's one. Okay. And other things also, like when things go wrong, make sure you repair lah. Yeah. I can tell you how repair looks like, but I don't have enough time on the podcast, and this probably would need like
another episode of its own.
That too, maybe a one-to-one consult, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then we need to slow down. As a society in Singapore, we are chasing. I don't know what we're chasing. Sometimes when I take the train, which I don't.
Yeah.
Why are people walking so fast? Here I am walking like on my own sweet pace, hands behind my back, observing everyone, and people are rushing.
Yeah. People are always rushing here in Singapore.
Yeah. So less rushing, more connecting. So the question I want to throw out to parents is this: when was the last time you sat down with your children and did nothing together?
I've got this little exercise that I like to do as well, if I may share. And it's best if you have leftover oranges from Chinese New Year. Just oranges.
Okay, go on.
It's almost like it's just about being present and meditative. And you can do it with your child. You can do it with just for yourself, just to practice first.
Okay.
And that is to take the orange, and when you peel it, because it's sensory, right? So oranges are fantastic because once you pierce the skin of the fruit,
it
yes,
has
exactly.
This
The scent is released.
Yeah.
So that's one sense. And then when you peel it, that motion of peeling that of the skin. So peel the orange really slowly, and the scent is released. And then look, the other thing that I like to do is to watch the fibers of the orange. If we are like, don't eat, right? Good, fantastic. Don't eat it. Take your time to really peel off the fibers one by one, and just be present in that moment.
And you do this with your child.
Yes, and you can do it with your child. You can do it with yourself first before you want to go do it with your child. You got to know what you're doing. So practice that and practice breathing while doing that, and see how you feel in that moment and how many senses are awakened at that one very particular point. And then if you want, you can do it with your child. Yeah.
I also want to add one more activity that I particularly advocate for all the time.
Yeah.
Sunrise hunting.
Yeah, that's your thing.
That's my thing. That's definitely my thing. And put on the time-lapse camera when it's about to get dark, when the sun's about to rise, and just do nothing. Say nothing. All phones, nothing.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the best 40 minutes of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And you must also remember that quality is better than quantity.
Yeah.
You can go for these activities. You can go to Universal Studios. After Universal Studios, then you go to the water park.
Adventure.
The Adventure Cove.
Yeah.
Or just like back-to-back activities.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, when you come back home, right, you're like that.
Yeah.
And then you ask yourself, where did my weekend go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And children will enjoy it lah.
Yeah.
And some of you might say that, it's good lah. Then the children will rest lah, will sleep lah. Then Sunday morning they'll wake up late, even better. I can sleep in some more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if there's one thing I also just want to be very for parents to be very mindful of, especially when we talk about slowing down. Before you do any form of correction, one, there must be connection. Okay, once the connection, then you must also remind yourself what is your state at that moment. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, connection first before correction.
I want to bring up one more thing that you said. So you talked about emotional regulation. You spoke about slowing down. I want to talk about support systems just a little bit more if possible. Why is the support system? Okay, we know why a support system is important. It takes a village, right?
Of course, you know why
Yeah.
the support system is.
Yeah, I just want to bring it up real quick. Right here at Practitioners Collective, we're also, I mean, it helps that if you have like your family around you, if you have like fellow parents or like parent groups that you are like with, it helps to be able to like communicate and talk to other people as well, right?
I also want to add this point about, because you brought up support systems, right?
Yeah.
Single moms or single dads.
Yes.
That's even trickier.
Yeah.
But what you need is you need to find your, I think in our previous episodes also, I think Tina also advocated, you need to find your community.
Yeah, correct.
This community could be your siblings, the aunties, your uncles, your friends, the parent support group in their school. Join their parent support group.
Yeah.
It's called parent support group for a reason.
Yeah, it's not
support.
parent. Do you see what I did there? It's not called parent. okay, no, but for real though, the Practitioners Collective, we also have workshops that are coming up.
Yeah.
We constantly have workshops. We have one that's coming up with Eddie with Lego Play.
It's on the 18th of April.
Yeah.
And then we also have one in May.
Yeah, we're having one in May.
I think
as well.
In May will be a series. Will be like two Zoom sessions plus one on-site session.
Yeah, the physical, the on-site session. I think it's going to be exciting. Zoom as well.
Yeah.
So from these, what we also aim to do, and I really hope, and I really hope this comes true, is that we also create like little support groups as well, parent support groups. Or like little spaces where parents can get together too.
You know. Speaking of parent support group, right? There's this Facebook group, right? Primary school parents group, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in that group, by the way. I'm trying to.
Is it emotionally regulate?
No.
Oh, okay.
That group is actually very performative.
Oh, okay.
Parents ask, I'm going to put my son in this so and so primary school. What's any feedback from other parents? Where is the best tuition center in Woodlands? Yeah, it becomes very performative, and there's nothing about that group that talks about,
hey, I'm struggling with my
yes.
child. Yeah. But once again, it goes back to the society we have and being performative.
Because parents, you guys, all of us need to acknowledge that we cannot do this on our own.
Yeah.
There are days that you need somebody to walk with you. There are days that you just need help. And then there are days you are able to do it on your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Taufik, okay, last one before I want to do the closing. I have a question. We spoke about, so this study is all about like the mother and the mother's well-being, right? And okay, we will do a separate episode for like single parents. But one of the main questions that I have right now is, what about the role of the
father?
The father.
I love that you asked this question, because in my postgraduate studies, one of the things that I read on, I studied on, and I wrote about was fathers. Right? Okay. And fathers need to do three things. I break it down. I put it in the acronym A, R, and E.
R.
Accessible. Responsible. Engaged.
Accessible, responsible, engaged.
And I didn't come up with this. This was actually by Professor Michael Lam. He's the pioneer. He's like the beacon of like any studies on fathering or fathers. He's almost like that beacon where everybody turns to. When we talk about accessible means this. I say I'm doing my work. My child comes in. Daddy, can I have 10 minutes of your time? I need to talk to you about something important. If let's say I'm not on a Zoom meeting or whatever, right? I'll say, okay, come. I'll put on 10 minutes. Go. That means I'm accessible to my child at any point of time. But also the caveat, it cannot be like, I'll throw everything down just for you. Because, like it or not, we live in the real world, right? That's very accessible. Responsible, simple things. Sending your child to school, going for parent-teacher meetings, going for school functions, going for sending your child here to the doctor, everywhere. That's responsible. Those are just some examples. It's not limited to 4, guys. And then engaged. Okay? Engaged meaning that during free time, you play with your child.
Right.
You are engaged with your child in activities. You're doing things together. It doesn't it doesn't always necessarily means like watching TV.
Yeah.
It means doing something together.
Yeah.
Right? And I also just want to put a point here, right? Moms and dads play with their children differently.
Do they?
Yes.
Actually, yeah, they do. Yeah.
Dads don't need any props.
Yeah.
Like mom, sometimes like, I need this, I need that. Then but it's okay. And we are not equal.
Yeah.
Mom said that we are designed. Genetically, we are different by design.
Yeah.
And characteristically, and how we deal with children, we are also different. So we are not the same, and we are not meant to be better than each other.
Yeah.
We are meant to complement what you have and what you don't have.
Yeah.
I asked this question to one of my friends, and I was just asking him, and so I asked him, "How do you play with your child? Let's say you're at the beach. I just take the sand, throw at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? And then you chase her, and then you throw into the water.
Yeah.
Then she runs back to you, and then throw me again.
Yeah.
Then moms, and they start building sandcastles.
Yeah, correct.
With with like the blocks. They put the sand inside, put water. Then you do. And that's how moms play, and that's how children play with their dads, and they're different.
Yeah.
Right?
That's definitely observed in my sensory shows for sure. Like when I have a sensory tap, the parents, the moms are always the ones there with their children.
Yeah.
And I have like giant beanbags.
Yeah.
And the fathers are the ones that were like, plop themselves down, or like the kid, plop themselves down. Yeah. It's different.
And what does this mean for dads? Okay. One, fathers influence emotional safety. Right? Doing A, R, and E, being accessible, being responsible, and being engaged, takes away the load from your wife. Right?
Yeah.
And also reduces stress levels. And you also want to know, this is also from my research and from my studies and with my work with fathers, and with families, and if there's people always ask, like fathers always ask me, how do I ensure that my daughter or my son grows up to be a good person? This is a very deep question.
Yeah.
And my response is this: just love your wife. Because your children will learn what affection is.
Yeah.
What is appropriate touch. What is kindness, what is compassion, from how you interact and give this compassion and kindness and love to your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also cover this in a premarital course. Right? And that's how you become how you ensure that, because this is how it works, because now we are segue to another portion, but this is how it works, because your child will observe and will learn from you what is a good man and what is a good father.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, Taufik, I want to wrap it up. Thank you so much for all the listeners out there. But before we go, Taufik, if there's like one message you want every parent to walk away with just before we close, what would it be?
If you want better outcomes for your children, okay, you need to start investing in yourself. When I say investing, I talk about I'm not talking about gold, crypto, or money. I'm talking about social investment.
Right.
I think Tina also mentioned in our previous sessions, like go for as many parenting workshops or seminars or webinars.
Yeah.
Be it free. If it's free, good. If it's pay, even better, because what you get at a preview seminar is probably just one thing lah.
Yeah.
But if you go to something that's a little bit more curated to what you need,
Yeah.
of course, it costs a little bit of money lah. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
it's like more worth it anyway.
yeah, it's a social investment, and
Yeah.
most importantly is that you don't need to be a perfect parent. You need to be present. I also want to put another. In our book, in what we do at Practitioners Collective is, we always advocate for being present, not perfection. But now after this research, I want to add another layer. You need to be supported.
Yeah, you need to have support.
Mm.
Single parent or like with both parents, or
Yeah.
like doesn't matter what the dynamics are. You should be supported.
So yeah, that's it. That's how, like don't strive for perfection. Be present, but ensure that you're also supported.
Taufik, thank you so much for this. And to our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And for our subscribers, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And for those people that have reached out to us for that one-on-one, thank you. We'll follow up with you. And it's been amazing. Thank you very much, everybody. And we'll catch you all at the next one. Bye-bye.